Hello everyone, as promised I'm back with part 2, where we will be dealing purely with, well actually no, we're not going to be dealing purely with alcohol ink. This one actually turned out to be a little bit of a hybrid. So right now I'm stirring about 6 ounces of resin. I've already done the 3-to-3 ratio of resin and hardener to even it out. Already weighed it on my scale. I might put a clip of that into this video, but if you don't remember or have already forgotten, I will link part 1 where I showed everyone how to use the scale. You definitely want to go by volume and ounce. You don't want to just trust your eyes. It's never going to be as accurate as your scale. And today we're just mixing a clear resin that does not have mica powder added into it. And I'm going to show you how I created some pretty neat coasters. So let's start pouring. As you can see, we just kind of want a thin layer. I love these pans, by the way. These silicone baking pans make like the best coasters, and they're thick, nice and deep, so it makes it very easy to do the thing that I'm going to be doing in this video, which is we're going to be kind of layering techniques. But we'll get to that. Let's pour our first thin layer of resin. Get that done first. And you can see I kind of have some other stuff going on ready to be poured in the background, because I've had a few art festivals this week, and when that happens I kind of need to produce things a little bit quicker than usual. So if you're wondering about the top of the screen, if that's visible, that's why. Just making sure I get all of that out. So as you can see, it's just clear resin. You can almost can't tell really that I've put anything in there. And I've already got the stuff laid aside that I'm going to be placing into them. So if you've watched any of my hanging resin videos, you've seen me do this before. We're just going to drop some assorted goodies into there. Various beads and stones are what I've selected for today. And I'm only making 4 of them because I've never done this before and I'm not sure how it's going to come out yet. And I had already had my beads and stones selected and put aside. I recommend that if you're going to try to do this, you do that beforehand. It saves a lot of time. Even though this is a slow curing resin and I really don't need to rush, I just feel more reassured when I have everything ready. And I've got differing beads of different sizes, different glass shards of different sizes. Remember, variety is the spice of life. We want to get a little bit of this and that. Not everything has to be the same. And I'm just going to space that out with my toothpick. If stuff has clumped together too much or too close, that's what you do. You just take something. What is that? That doesn't look like, no, that's like some piece of dried something. I'm getting that out of there. But yeah, you just take, if you have a silicone spoon or if a toothpick will do in a pinch, just delicately spread your stuff out. And now we're about ready to add some alcohol ink into this. So let me go ahead and grab my white alcohol ink. You only need a few drops of this. Just splooch, splooch, splooch. There's no real science to it. I'm not trying to do anything complicated or exact. This is a very beginner level. And as you can see, just a very little bit of that, and it starts to spread out quite quickly. I'm going to cap that. And now 24 hours have passed. We're going to move on to part 2 of this technique. I've allowed these to sit overnight, and as you can see, they're quite solid. The alcohol ink is set, it's not moving anymore. But there's something else I wanted to do instead of just stopping here, which is where I'd usually stop. And the reason I made the first layer so thin is because I want to add a second layer with the mica powder as the background. And you can see in the upper screen, I've already got set aside 2 different containers that have black, and one of them has something called magic blue. I'm a little bit doubtful seeing that color, but we'll see how it turns out. So again, we're mixing up some clear resin, nothing added to it. And I'm mixing this small amount of resin by itself, and I haven't added any colors because I'm going to be making 2 with a black background and 2 with a white background. Or, see, even I keep forgetting it's blue. Supposedly supposed to be a very light blue. We'll see, we'll experiment. And now I'm just going to pour some of this into the black and some of this into the white. And I'm just going to speed this part up. All we're doing is mixing some resin really good. Mixing the black, mixing the white, because it shouldn't take very much to get the second layer onto here. Definitely want to get enough that it just covers all of the glass and beads so we don't have any jagged bits that are sticking out of the end. So we'll pour a thin layer here, and I just pour from the middle. That seems to be the best way to get it to spread out evenly. And I'm just making sure that I get all of it. And you can just use your knife or your silicone spoon or whatever it is you prefer to be using. I'm just getting in the corners here so that it will spread out evenly everywhere. And it looks like that was just the right amount actually. So that's convenient. Just going to give the white a little bit more of a mix before I start pouring. I don't think that I stirred it as long as I stirred the black one. And now I'm coming over and we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm still not entirely convinced this is going to be a blue, even though I swear on the label it said blue. Well, I guess that time will tell. 24 hours into the future, we'll see whether this holds true or not. And I might not have mixed as much white as I did the black, and I may have to, yeah, it looks like I'm actually going to have to mix a little bit more of this. But first, I'm going to come and spritz a little bit of alcohol to pop some of those smaller bubbles that are forming. And now we're ready to dump a little bit more. I did end up having to mix about 2 more ounces, I want to say, because I can see some of the stones sticking out on the other side, and we want them completely submerged. And now I put that to the side and we wait 24 hours. Moment of truth. See how these came out. I have not done a double layer pour, so this is going to be exciting. Y'all thought I was going to flip it right over, didn't you? But I'm not. No. Let's do the black ones first. Whoa! I was not sure what to expect, but it wasn't that. Look at how that white alcohol ink just showed up. And all of the little beads and stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to do more of these for sure. And that was just one of them. Oh my God, I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this. We're doing more of these. I hope you love it too, because get ready. We're doing more of these, definitely. This is great. I have to bring these downstairs to sand in a little bit. I have an art festival this very afternoon. Fun story. So this is going to definitely be a video that I edit for next Friday. So hello to everyone in the future. Let's see how the white ones came out. Whew. Okay, let's see. Flip. Whoa! Well, the white alcohol ink didn't really show up on this, which I guess in hindsight I should have expected. But this still looks pretty freaking cool, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. I think the next time we do this, I'm going to drop some black alcohol ink in there, but it's not quite the same effect. I did think it might show up just a little bit though, because the actual mica powder color that I used to mix as this back part was called Magic Blue, but it didn't turn up looking too blue. Okay, you can kind of see the little splashes of alcohol ink in this one if you bring it up close. You can see on the side that double layer pour. Yeah, you can see the alcohol ink in there if you look very closely. But yeah, this is the first time I had done layered the coasters in that way. I really do like that effect. Bring this over here. Yeah, again, you can kind of see the white alcohol ink if you tilt it to the side. I still like these though. This is very cool. 10-10 will do again. Bring these back into here. I think the white ones came out a bit thicker, but that's okay. Really neat. Yes. All right. Amazing. Well, this turned out excellent. I'm so thrilled with how this came out. This is amazing. I will definitely have to make some more of these now that I know that this is the effect. And we can try some different alcohol inks and some different backgrounds. I think I'd like to experiment with that. Anyway, if you've stuck with me so far, please like and subscribe, help my small channel grow. And I will be seeing you in the next art story. Bye for now.